And then it was down to 4. NBA Conference Finals beginning on Tuesday, and the Thunder are currently the clear favorite at -180 with the Knicks, T-Wolves, and Pacers well behind them. All 4 teams have stars with something to prove. And with that, we welcome in CBS Sports NBA analyst and former Coach of the Year, Avery Johnson, for a Conference Finals edition of What's at Stake. Avery, let's start with the MVP favorite in Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He's had a historic season, right? Showed up multiple times during that second round versus the Nuggets. This is his first Conference Finals appearance. So when you look at his resume so far, what's at stake for this superstar?
Well, for Shai, I don't think anything in a major way is at stake because, he's playing at an MVP level. This kid's led his team. He could have very well been the MVP last year. But I would say the main thing that's at stake is you just never know if you're ever going to get back here again. Because you look at, Boston Celtics, they were the prohibited favorites to repeat as champions. And guess what? They go down 0-2 against the Knicks. Jason Tatum blows out his Achilles. And now they're at home watching the rest of the playoffs. So I think the one thing is that's at stake for Shai is there's no guarantee that even at your age, you're going to get back to this point again to have an opportunity to advance to the NBA Finals. So this is really a do-or-die situation.
Look, I'm 100% with you because I think oftentimes people think, the window is so wide open, especially for OKC. But the reality is with the new CBA, you could have 1 year and that's it, right? This is how things are working these days. Now, SGA's Thunder are going to be going up against the charismatic and dynamic Anthony Edwards, who's in his second straight conference finals after taking down the Warriors in 5 this year. What could he do for his legacy at this stage of his career?
Well, what's at stake for Anthony Edwards is we know how fired up you are to knock out LeBron James and Kevin Durant last year and Steph Curry. But now you going up against another young superstar. So we know you like to talk the game. You're very loquacious, flamboyant, effervescent. All those things describe Anthony Edwards. But can you back it up against someone that's probably going to win the MVP that's closer to your age? Not guys that are basically on the last 2 or 3 holes of their career like LeBron, Steph Curry, and Kevin Durant. Can you do it against a young superstar? So can you back up all of the talking, and can you have that same type of ferociousness against a guy like Shai that you've had against some of the older guys?
100%. Now, Warriors fans, they're going to attack you, man, because they'll be like, well, Steph didn't play, right? He only played for 13 minutes. But still, the point is, he's going up or he's gotten past these legends, these OGs. Now it's time to see how he does against a rising superstar who is arguably one of the best players. Well, he is one of the best players in the league. Now, in the Eastern Conference Finals, Knicks superstar Jalen Brunson is fresh off of helping in the Celtics bid at a 3-peat, or a 2-peat, I should say, where he was all-world in pivotal moments, including a 39-point outburst in Game 4. What do you believe is on the line for the Brunson burner in this series?
It was on the line for Jalen Brunson and a couple of his Villanova guys is, can the Villanova Knicks win a championship in New York? We know you can win in a college basketball. You go to the college basketball Final Four and you won back-to-back NCAA tournament championships, but can that transfer to the NBA, not to the Eastern Conference Finals, but to advance to the NBA Finals and prove to people that what worked in college can also work in the NBA, especially for Jalen Brunson, Mikal Bridges on that team. And I think it transfers.
Yeah, Mikal Bridges, Jalen Brunson, Josh Hart, 3 guys who are college legends, and now they're trying to take down the Pacers, right? If they're going to get to this point, right, to make it to the NBA Finals and win it, they're going to have to knock out Tyrese Haliburton's Indiana Pacers, who ended their season last year. And we know, Coach, Haliburton was voted most overrated by his peers. So do you think him getting to the finals and perhaps winning it puts all of that to rest? Because I think most of it, has been put in doubt so far with this postseason that he's had.
And I think what's at stake for Jalen Brunson is not only this series, trying to win this series and advance to the NBA Finals, is if you look in the future, he's not going to be the 12th man on the NBA, on our national team when we're going for gold in Los Angeles. He's going to be in the rotation. This guy played his role. He was a solid 12th man. Had guys like Steph Curry, who's probably not going to play in the Olympics moving forward, LeBron James. But this guy is vying for so much more, trying to win the championship and secure his spot to be in that rotation the next time the Olympics roll around and not just be that 12th man.
All right, Avery, thanks so much for the time. Cannot wait to see how it all goes down in these conference finals. Appreciate you, man. And if you want to see what's really at stake for these teams, take a look at the last time they won an NBA title. That's a lot of nevers, right? For Knicks fans, it sure feels like never when you go without a title, win for 52 years. Thunder made the most recent finals appearance of this group back in 2012, but no title to show for it. Pacers' only appearance came back at the beginning of the new millennium. T-Wolves looking to make some history with their first ever finals appearance.